So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that you can pay attention to so you don't go down the dark path of meditation and mindfulness. Hello everybody, it's Jason. Well, today is Wednesday, and as you can see, I'm not hiking today. I'm going through all of this camping gear because this weekend, Friday through Sunday, we're going to be camping with some of our neighbors. But I wanted to share something with you that I recently just read. And it's about the dark side of meditation and mindfulness. And what that means is sometimes there can be a side effect that may not be so pleasant when it comes to meditation and mindfulness. Now, this is not talked about very much, so I thought it would be important to talk about. But the first thing I need to do is get inside and find a place where we can get into this. Okay, so I found a quiet spot. I think this will work. What do you think? Okay, so here's the article I ran into the other day. The article is called Meditation and Mindfulness Have a Dark Side That We Don't Talk About. The first recorded evidence for this, found in India, is over 1,500 years old. The Dharmatrata meditation scripture, written by a community of Buddhists, describes various practices and includes reports of symptoms of depression and anxiety that can occur after meditation. It also details cognitive anomalies associated with episodes of psychosis, dissociation, and depersonalization when people feel the world is unreal. A 2022 study using a sample of 953 people in the US who meditated regularly showed that over 10% of the participants experienced adverse effects, which had a significant negative impact on their everyday life and lasted for at least 1 month. According to a review of over 40 years of research that was published in 2020, the most common adverse effects are anxiety and depression. These are followed by psychotic or delusional symptoms, dissociation or depersonalization, and fear or terror. There's a lot more in this article. I'll put a link down below if you want to check out the whole thing. There's a couple things that I want to point out. First, some of the study was a sample study. It wasn't an observational study. An observational study is people are observing you and looking at these side effects. These were a sample study, usually means that people write in what they're experiencing and then send it in. Another thing I want to point out is that there are many conditions that create a result. For example, maybe you're having trouble sleeping. So someone might say, oh, that's because you're looking at your screen before you go to bed. Yeah, that may be true, but there are also some other conditions. Maybe you're not getting enough nutrition. Maybe you're not exercising. Maybe you're having caffeine too late in the day. Maybe you're eating very late. So all of these different conditions will produce this result, which is I can't sleep. So keep that in mind. I've been practicing Zen meditation for over 27 years, and that included sitting about 10 90-day retreats and several 1-month retreats. So I've seen some of these side effects in people and in myself. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that you can pay attention to so you don't go down the dark path of meditation and mindfulness. The first thing to pay attention to, and I talk about this a lot in my videos, is why are you practicing meditation? Many people use meditation to escape their life, to run away from their problems, to avoid difficulties that are appearing. And if we do that, there's going to be some consequences psychologically and emotionally. So that would be my very first thing to pay attention to, is make your why clear. The second thing that I want to mention, it's actually connected to the first, and that is there are many different types of meditation. There's concentration meditation. There's meditation where you visualize something. There's meditation where you can go into different realms. There's a meditation where you can go into a past life. There's meditations to experience different types of consciousness. And there's clear mind meditation or Zen meditation. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is over the last 27 years, I met many people who tried these different kinds of meditation, especially the ones where you're going to a different realm or different types of consciousness. A lot of those people had a very difficult experience afterwards, not very pleasant. Even if you practice Zen meditation, mindfulness, or clear mind meditation, it's not easy at times. It's actually quite difficult because we start to see everything as it is. We start to see very clearly our thoughts, our likes and dislikes, our opinions, our strong feelings. And that can be hard to sit with. Some people even quit after some time. That's why I think it's important to practice with other people and also having a teacher. And that leads me to the third thing I want to suggest is having a connection with the teacher. Is a teacher necessary? No, but I highly recommend it. One reason is, in my experience, the teachers I have met have a lot of experience with all of these side effects that I have mentioned already. And how you approach it is very important. There's one thing in this article I would like to read for you. The most common account I hear from people who have suffered adverse meditation effects is that the teachers don't believe them. They're usually told to just keep meditating and it will go away. I have also heard this from other teachers, and if someone ever tells you to ignore it and just keep meditating and it will go away, I'd be very cautious, be very careful. And again, I think some teachers who have had some experiences, but also have digested these experiences, will have some wisdom to share. Because again, we have to look at these things very clearly. And I think a lot of people just get into this spiritual bypassing mode, and it creates a lot of problems for ourselves, and then we express that to others. The fourth thing I want to point out is that sitting meditation is not for everyone. Yes, you just heard me say that. Over the last 27 years, I have met people who have had very strong mental conditions or physical conditions that don't allow them to sit meditation. And to try to force them to sit, or even forcing yourself to sit when you have some of these conditions, will just create more problems, especially a lot of these side effects that have been mentioned already. So I've recommended bowing meditation, chanting meditation, walking meditation. I even made a video, my top 5 meditation practices. I'll put a link down below so you can check it out. And that's another reason why I think it's beneficial to connect with the teacher so they can help you with these kinds of things. The 5th thing I want to point out, and it's very important, is that meditation will not fix your problems. And what I mean by that, I'll give you an example. When I was a monk living at the Providence Zen Center, one day I was working in the building and somebody came through the doors, walked up to me and said, "I want to become a monk." Now, when I hear this, red flags always go up. So after talking to this person, I realized that they were struggling with something. They were on some kind of medication for depression, and I think they were also bipolar. Well, they left their parents' house and went to the monastery to join the monastic community. So after talking to this person and really emphasizing that meditation is not going to fix this, and I hear this a lot. Meditation, at least in Buddhist and Zen traditions, means to wake up to our enlightened nature and use that to help this world. It may not fix, most likely will not fix strong conditions that we may have mentally or physically. So what happened to this person is I learned they were working with a psychiatrist, and I told this person to keep working with the psychiatrist. And if you want to sit, then you should talk to them and make sure they know what you're doing. So he told me that he was working with the psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist approved of sitting on occasion. I also helped him move back with his parents. And then it was about several months later where he either was visiting or relocated to California. He decided to do a 3-day retreat at the Empty Gate Zen Center in Berkeley. And after the retreat, he got on to the BART, which is a public transit system. And what I heard is he jumped off the tracks and the train hit him and killed him. These tragic events rarely happen, but I think it's really important to mention and to strongly emphasize that meditation will not cure your mental illness or your physical condition. As I mentioned earlier, meditation, or at least how it's taught in Buddhism and Zen, means waking up to the truth of this moment, the truth of our mental condition, our physical condition, and respond to those things with compassion and wisdom. Those are my thoughts for the day. I hope this video was helpful. I'd be interested in hearing your comments. You can put that down below. Also, if you have questions about any of the things that I talked about in this video, you can put the question down below in the comments or email me, jason@jasonquinnzen.com. Okay, everyone, I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you very soon.